Hey everybody, welcome back. Liam here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the vSeeBox V6 Plus media streaming device. Now, just for full transparency, vSeeBox did reach out to me and ask me if I'd be interested in reviewing this product and trying it out, and I told them absolutely, but they are not paying me for this video. They're not sponsoring it. They didn't provide a script. They're not going to see this video before you, the general public. So just to let you know for full transparency. So let's go ahead and go over some of the specifics about this device, and then we'll unbox it and we'll hook it up and check it out. Okay, so here is the box itself. It's the V6 Plus, of course. And let's go over here and check it out. It does have built-in dual band Wi-Fi 6, so it has both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. Has Bluetooth 5.0. It is running Android 14, which is the latest version. Has HDMI 2.1 and over-the-air updates. Now, if we look at the other side of the box, it's capable of 8K playback. Has 4 gigs of DDR RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. Has voice control in the remote, and it supports H.265 video codec. So those are all of the specifics there on that part, and you can see more details on the back covering all of that as well, but we don't need to go over all of that again. So let's go ahead and open the box and see exactly what we have inside here. So now, as I said, this is a streaming media box, so it's similar to like a Roku or an Apple TV or something like that. And this would be the device itself. And we'll go ahead and pull it out of the bag here so we can see what it physically looks like. And you can see it's a very, very nice design, compact. It does have... well, let's see here. We got the light on the front, it looks like here. And then on the back, we have USB, but standard USB. It's probably 2.0 or something like that. But we do have one that's blue, so that means it's 3.2. We have an optical audio out. We have our HDMI out. And we have a slot for micro SD cards for storage. We have Ethernet. We have the reset button, and then we also have a DC barrel connector. And that's pretty much it as far as physical ports, attributes, and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and take out this inner part of the box and see what else is in here. So we have our DC barrel connector plug. I believe it's 5 volts, 2 amps. We have an HDMI cable, and we also have the remote control, and of course the instruction box. So let's open up the bag with the remote control in here and get that out. So there we have our remote. And as you can see, it's a very extensive remote. We can control TV power with it. We can put the device in standby. We have our standard OK, volume up and down, numeric keypad, favorites. Then we have these buttons here, which I believe can be programmed. We have our menu button. We have our channel selection or scrolling and all that, and the OK to select. EPG, back menu, info. Subtitles, audio, home button, volume up and down on this side, channel up and down, cursor button, and we have dedicated buttons for YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, and Disney Plus. And on the back side here, if we open this up, we see that it takes, looks like it takes standard AA's from the looks of it. So we'll have to put some AA batteries in there. They're not provided, but that's standard procedure. But that is all of the pieces that come within the box, so we can check all of that out. So now that we've gotten the box opened up, we've gone through all of the components that come with it. Like I said, I'll grab some AA batteries for the remote, and we'll go ahead and hook this up to my living room television so that I can show you the actual interface and all of that good stuff. And we'll proceed from there. All right, so here we have the 6 Plus box by VC, and I'm going to go ahead and plug in the power. And I'm going to borrow this HDMI cable since it's already here. And we'll plug that in. And I'm going to use it with Wi-Fi instead of with Ethernet, just because of convenience. And we'll go ahead and get this bad boy booted up, and we'll show you the menu system as well as apps that are installed and all of that good stuff as well. Okay, so now we're on the menu. I've got the remote paired, and I'm going to select English, United States, of course. You can set the scale for your TV screen, but mine is perfectly good the way it is. So I don't need to worry about that. How do I go down? Let me see here. No, there we go. Don't want that. There we go. All right, so and then you set your time zone. I don't have it hooked up to the internet yet, so it's not going to automatically detect it. So we'll select it. Okay, you got your disclaimer, and now we're going to set it up on Wi-Fi. Okay, so now I got it connected to my Wi-Fi network, and it's doing some updating. It's downloading an update for the launcher. You got app installations, all that good stuff. You can see there's a bunch of different apps on the unit. Right out of the box, you got Weather, Heat Live, Live Ultra Plus, Live Ultra, Heat VOD, VOD Ultra, Heat Live Backup for doing backups, and you got your Contact Us application as well. So we'll let all these update until they're finished here. And that's, like I said, that's the convenient part, is not only does the Android operating system auto update, but so do the self-contained apps that are installed on the unit when you take it out of the box. All right, so as it's resuming the update for the system itself, some of the other things you can use this box for is you could connect it to your Plex server. If you have your own Plex server in-house, you can attach it to that. If you've got any home videos, movies, stuff like that in digital format, you can, of course, put them on a USB drive or a USB stick and plug them directly into the vSeeBox so that you can play them back on this box. So a lot of flexibility there, which is pretty impressive. And as I said earlier, in addition to using USB ports for external storage of files, video files, and all that good stuff, you could also put them on a micro SD card and pop that into the micro SD card slot on the back of the unit that I showed you earlier. So quite a bit of flexibility with this handy little box. Okay, so as you can see, mine finally finished updating. We got launcher settings, where you can set up groups, parental settings, all that good stuff. We have an upgrade shortcut here, hotkeys, and of course where you can configure your network. You can go back and rerun the initial setup if you need to. System info, power to turn it on and off, and of course memory cleanup, which we could run that if we needed to. We'll see if it cleans up some memory. It did a little bit. All right, so that's pretty much the system itself. Like I said, it's handy because you've got all of your streaming apps built in. These other apps down here are for streaming content where you don't need a subscription. I don't know a whole lot about that. I'm not going to go into it in a whole lot of detail because depending on which country you live in, it may or may not be completely legal to do that. And that's not a knock on the company. I mean, the company makes this primarily as a streaming box. And as you can see, it's got pretty much all the apps you could possibly need, including your music, Netflix, everything like I said before. And VLC is a very good open source video player. that you can play your own videos with that and all that good stuff, which I really like VLC. I've been using it for a long time as somebody that's a Linux, Unix admin. And when I work in IT, as well as I use VLC on my Macs as well, just because it has certain features that I like better than QuickTime. So as you can see here, this is a pretty capable and flexible box. Does give you a lot of options, Plex server, streaming apps, all of that good stuff, playing your own home movies via USB, or if you have a network attached storage, you could access that from this unit on your home network, and you could stream your Plex server, to this box. Any other type of content and stuff like that you have, you could stream to this box as well, as long as it's either on your local network or attached via one of the USB ports on the back of the unit. So, and like I said, it gives you a lot of flexibility with setup configuration. I'm not using it, but you do have the optical interface. You can use a fiber optic audio cable for high quality audio. If you have that on your television, then you can run the two together and use that as your audio instead of the HDMI. But the HDMI does give you both, so you're all set there. The other thing that's nice about having the optical audio is if you have a surround sound system or something like that, you may want to hook it up that way, just so you can use this box with your surround sound system, which we do have here at our house. But I've got mine configured so it'll work through the HDMI port, so I don't need to worry about any of that. So that is the vSeeBox V6 Plus unit. If you have any questions or comments about the unit, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to pick up one of these for yourself, I'll have a link in the description as well. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video to the end. I would really appreciate it if you would smack that bell and subscribe button down below, as well as share this video out on social media elsewhere with your friends and family, asking them to give it a look. And that would be truly appreciated. Make sure you get your entry into my 100,000 subscriber plus giveaway that's currently running. I'll have a link to that contest in the description box down below as well. And I will see you all again in the next video.